so that pay now so that we can remove it. Tell them you're not ready. Let it be like that. It doesn't make any sense. If you have been listening to what we have been saying here, you realize that you don't even have any problem when it comes to this blacklist of a thing. You don't have any problem. You are the one giving yourself unnecessary problem. You are the one giving yourself unnecessary headache. That's the problem. And as long as you are willing to, you are ready to stay in that coven, you're going to spend years or months in their coven. When they call you, tell them, thank you for blacklisting my BVN. When I'm ready, I will remove it. They're just trying to instill fear in you. I've explained, please check my previous questions. I've explained how credit bureau works. Go to our website, go and search from our forum, search for credit bureau. You will see tons of information about it. So that stop dying in silence. Just know your right. Tell them, congratulations, thank you for informing me. What do you expect? What do you want me to do, please? So we need to get this thing right. All right, so the next question is, common mistake people normally do is to think they can pay their loan gradually. Someone sent this to me. I said, a lot of people are so naive, so ignorant, and they're not willing to learn. You'll be telling them the absolute truth, yet they will be doing another thing entirely. We have said this thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, that paying gradually will keep multiplying your loan. We keep multiplying your loan, especially with loan apps. You can do that with normal banks. You can do that with a normal microfinance bank after you have reached an agreement. When you pay gradually, these lunatic people, they are adding 1% on daily basis on your loan. And you want to be paying that kind of money. You don't know that even, let's say you are owing 100,000 naira now, and you pay 20,000 naira. What you are actually doing is that you are renewing the loan because they are daily overdue, which is outrightly illegal. It's outrightly illegal. So for them to be adding daily overdue is we crush you. So they want you to be in a perpetual debt. So any money you pay will first go to the overdue interest and eventually to the interest. It's just a waste of time. It's just a waste of money. Waste of time, waste of money, waste of resources, waste of everything waste. If you must pay gradually, make sure you have the perspective about this thing. The moment you pay that money, you are just what you are doing practically is that you are telling them, please, I know that I am owing you. Just take this money, this token, go and use it to drink beer, go and use it to drink, enjoy, just enjoy your life. That's exactly what you are doing. So please, I encourage you, stop that kind of nonsense. If you must pay back, I encourage you to gather the money, maybe after 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, and whatever. Call them, especially all those 7 days loan app. I beg, forget about those ones. Those ones are not ready for anything. They are just scammers. For CBN license, all those ones, you can now negotiate. And if they're not ready to negotiate with you, forget about it. Don't let any of their customer, their agent call you and say, okay, you know what, pay this so amount, and then we'll let you go. You are just deceiving yourself, because at the end of it all, they will just block you immediately. They will block you. And they won't say anything, they will just block you. Because they themselves are trying to meet targets. So this thing, we have explained this thing over and over and over and over and over again. Stop paying this idea of paying small. Some people will Some people are so naive and will say, okay, you know what? Let me just return the amount I borrow and I will just uninstall the app. You're just deceiving yourself. You are still owing them and you are still giving them. See, if you even if you must pay this loan apps, calculate the amount they have borrowed you in the past and calculate the amount you have paid back. If they are equal, just move on with your life. These guys are not. The business is designed to ruin people, to destroy lives. They did not design the business to make you prosperous. They did not design the business to help you. They're not sent them. They didn't come up to help you. They designed the business so that the business model is just to rip you off. Nothing more, nothing less. And I encourage you guys to stop this peop- these people from extorting Nigerians. Okay, so the next question is: Don't have said they will send me and my family to jail. Please, what can I do? You see, a lot of people don't really understand the meaning of law. Maybe they have this notion of lapo. They used to lock people up back in those days, and they will lock you up in the toilet and all those. That's why lapo most of the time they only target all these market women because those ones they don't know their rights. In fact, some of them will even get hypertension. Is outrightly illegal. Loan is not police business. They are not supposed to be part of. They are not supposed to be involved in it in any form. The only condition that can make them to be involved is when there is violence, when there is when there is an involvement of violence. Maybe there was attack, fight, or something of that nature. So for a loan app to send you this message that they will send you and your family to jail, you should tell them that couple you're not going to pay again. They're just trying to instill fear in you. No, just go and know your right, and forget about all this nonsense thing that these guys are discussing. Just forget about it, man. Forget about all this nonsense and move on with your life. There is no such thing. Borrowing is a civic offense and not a criminal offense. It's supposed to be handled. The highest thing that can happen, as far as loan app is concerned, as far as borrowing is concerned, is court. That's the highest that can happen. Highest customary court, high court, supreme. In fact, customary court should be able to handle this effectively. That's the highest thing that can happen. Whatever loan app is telling you, I will do this, I will do this, I will do that, they're just giving you unnecessary headache. When else you receive this kind of nonsense, tell them, couple, you're not going to give them again. You need to be very vocal and very bold. Challenge them. They are clearly in a CBN violation, violating CBN policy every day, every now and then. Tell them, oh, I want to see you. I want to come to your office. They will not allow you to come. Is that business? A business that nobody can come to your office. Is that what we call a business? So you should have this idea that these guys, they are just criminals in nature. If they hear anything like, oh, police they come like this, all of them they will pick race. Does that make sense? And you guys are giving your hard-earned money, you are dashing them. Loan app is our modern day robbery, modern day scamming business. The legitimate scamming business. That is loan app for you. Legitimate scamming business. So please, let's be guided. Okay, so the next question is: I'm owning loan apps and I decided to block my number. Hope this is right. I put it to you that you yourself are a criminal. That's just it. You don't know your rights. In fact, that act is a criminal act. You borrow money, and the only means of reaching you now is which is your phone number, you decided to block your number. Do you think does that make sense? That means you have a criminal mind in the first place. Why would you do that? Why? Are you a criminal because you borrow or what? If you are holding loan apps, tell them, you know what? I don't have money now. When I have money, I'll pay. It's as simple as that. And if they're not ready to all these 7 days or all those, they're not ready to listen to you. Tell them, okay, you know what? I'm not ready. I don't have the money. Do your worst. Take me to court. It's as simple as that. The worst that can happen is even if they take you to court, you don't need a lawyer to defend you in court. You can go there and defend yourself. You don't need a lawyer. Customary court, you don't need a lawyer. And who told you that they can even sue you to court? Because they themselves, they know that what they are doing is outrightly illegal. So how on earth will you block your SIM because you are holding loans? Does it make sense? Does it really make sense? So face your fear and they tell them, if they're not ready to, if all the 7 days loan up, those ones, give them water back to back. They are trying to scam you. Tell them, you are trying to scam me, I cannot give you this money. Maybe if it's your first time of borrowing from them, after 6 months, you can now say, okay, this is my first time of borrowing from you. Yeah, take your money back. But if you have been there, if you have been borrowing and be paying back and be borrowing, calculate the amount they have given you in the past. Then I know that some people, they are holier than thou. No wahala. Calculate the amount they have given you in the past and the amount you are owing now. I mean, you have paid back. If they are equal, uninstall the app and say you are not paying a dime again. For me, I pay like air credit back in 2021. In fact, that guy, those guys, they collected more than close to 1 million or 2 million naira from me alone. That just air credit alone. And I stopped paying them. As in, they borrowed me, I think 150 or there about 150. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to pay any money again. The amount you have borrowed, the amount where you don't collect from me. Only God knows. So you need to. I said, "Cowboy, you are not going to receive from me." And today, I know they pay anything. They are criminals. Any loan apps, most of the time, any loan, once you have paid more than 3 times, you have paid back the money. Your money is your money that they are giving back to you. Now your money, then they give back to you. So if you have borrowed from them more than 3 times, especially all those 7 days loan apps, calculate it now. If you have paid more than 3 times, that is 40% in 3 places. That's about 120%. Don't pay them again. Now your money, then they give you back. So calculate it yourself. You know that. So why are you scared? Why are you scared? So some people, they need serious flogging, serious cane. Because what you have done now, you are going and you have deliberately blocked your number, so that people will not be able to reach you. That is a criminal offense by default. That's a criminal offense. Go and get your number back and call and tell them you are not paying again. If they are disturbing you, if they are defaming you, the moment they defame you like this, couple, you should not pay again. Couple, 1 naira. If you pay that money, your mumu, your stupidity is in another level. For someone to defame you and you still pay them, you should. If you see anybody as stupid as you should call that person and sue that person to court. So let's be guided. Let's be guided. You know your rights. That Nigerian is not, that we are still praying for Nigeria does not mean you should not enforce your liberty and your freedom. So the next question is, I received a mail from CBN licensed loan apps that they will use external recovery agents to get their money. What can I do? Why are you disturbing yourself? Most of these loan apps, most of the CBN license, they are fond of sending be free and the rest, external loan apps, external recovery agent. That's now on a normal thing now. How's your business with now? What you need to know is You should know your rights as a borrower. If you can know your right as a borrower, forget about all these all these recovery agents. Forget about them. Number one, it's only CBN licensed loan apps that can send you the recovery, the what do we call them? The external recovery agent, like Be Free. What you need to do, very, very simple. If you know your rights, let's say for instance, you are holding any loan CBN license, like any of these loan CBN license that are hardened daily overdue, I think it's money and the rest. That is outrightly illegal. Outrightly illegal for a loan app to be hardened 1% overdue every day, making turning your money to about 45% in a month because you are owing. No, that alone has given you power to stop paying them. That's just it. That alone has given you power to stop paying them. You should tell them that I'm not going to pay this money again. Go and do your worst. I'm expecting your worst. So, if any be free or recovery agent called you, you talk to them from the perspective of your knowledge in the law, in CBN policy. According to CBN policy, after after 90 days, you're not supposed to hard overdue interest. And these guys have been having overdue interest every month so that they balloon your 100K loan apps to about 250,000 naira within 3 months. You should ask them, is that what we call fair lending? Under CBN law, there is what we call fair lending. There is what we call restructuring. You have all this arsenal at your disposal. So anybody that violates CBN policy, they are risking a lot of things, even by themselves, because CBN can revoke their license. They're going to pay heavy damages for how much? And if CBN finds them now, they're not going to pay nothing less than 5 million, 10 million, 20 million naira. So they prefer to stay, they prefer low key. So let's be guided. This thing is very, very straight, very, very straightforward, and very, very easy to understand. Very, very easy to understand. You don't have to go through the stress of, hey, this guy will do this guy will do this, and recovery agent, they are calling you and you are now running away. Face them and tell them what is wrong with you. I'm not paying. Go take me to court. What is wrong with you? You are cheating me and you expect me to pay. Pay what? Pay what? So let's be guided. There's nothing like, I borrow from you and but no, now. Many people, they've sent a mail to me that, I want to, that they want to restructure, and the loan app will be telling you, I'm sorry, you cannot restructure. And you should be happy for them to send a mail that you cannot restructure your loan. You should be happy. You should be able to tell them, thank you so much for dashing me this money, because I'm not going to pay a dime again. Under CBN law, you have every right to restructure your loan. If a loan is not convenient for you, it's no longer convenient for you, you go to them, hey, this loan is not convenient because of this, I lost my job, I did this, and that. Therefore, restructure this loan. If they are saying no, tell them, if you receive 1 naira from me, call me bastard. Nigerians are so weak. As in, I don't know, this generation, too many weak Nigerians. Too many weak Nigerians. As in, very extremely weak. Even a man that's supposed to fight, you see a young man in his 30s begging loan apps. Young man in his 30s begging loan apps. As if those guys have done something spectacular for him. All this way. So the next question is, can CBN license microfinance bank auto debit me? Yes, they are going to auto debit you, because that's when you sign up. when you register, what you are practically doing is that you are trying to you sign a consent that they can auto debit the account you used to borrow, not all your accounts. They are not full-fledged bank where they can auto debit all your account. They are microfinance bank. So the account you sign with them, they can actually auto debit that account. You get so all you have to do if you don't want any auto debit, just move your money to another account. So you negotiate if it's normal, if they are not crazy criminal loan apps, CBN license. That something is CBN license does not mean that they can do anyhow. In fact, they are under covering, and anything that will escalate their brand, they don't want it. They don't want it, and you need to be guided. So if it's that just move to another account. When you have the money, negotiate with them that, oh, okay, this is it. This is how much I can pay. This is how much you can pay. I'm free. And if they're not ready to abide by CBN policy and rules, forget about it. Just let go. Move on with your life. Nothing they happen. Nothing they happen. They will beg you. They will give you 40%, 70% discount eventually. They will even tell you, yeah, go and pay the actual amount that you owe. So let's be guided. And don't fall victim when their agent called you and say, go and pay the actual amount that you owe. Any money that you want to pay, make sure you have a written agreement that you can lay claim of. The agents are very deceptive, very, very deceptive, giving you fake details so that they can meet their target. Okay. So the next question is, why did you advise people to stop paying loan apps since they borrow from them? Don't you think it's not right? You see, a lot of people, they have this mindset thinking that they are, as in this religious mindset. That's why most people that are vulnerable to this lunatic people, these lunar people, are the religious set of people. The Muslims and the Christians are extremely vulnerable because they have this idea of, the Lord Jesus said, okay, borrow, owe no man anything but love. So they have that mind. They have weak discerning spirits, very weak discerning spirits, not to know the difference between those who came to steal, to kill, and to destroy, than people that are just doing normal day-to-day business. They cannot discern it. They are so weak, they are so blind that they cannot discern it. That's why they are quoting scripture that is not related to it. The same thing, Islam. Islam now, they will tell you, in fact, who do you want to talk to? Because in Islam, they don't believe in loan, that you borrow, you buy, loan, interest on loan and things like that. They don't believe in it. In fact, it's haram. So by default, these people, they will have condemned, they will have this mindset and they've condemned the idea that, why did I borrow? Why did I borrow from these people? Why did I borrow? Therefore I must pay back. Hey, may the Lord forgive me. May Allah forgive me. And all those things. Very, very, all as in zero discerning spirits. Of course, it happens to everybody. Now, this is why we advise people to stop paying loan apps. You may be tempted to say, okay, let me start from the beginning. The reason why we said everybody should stop paying loan apps, especially the 7 days and 40 days loan app. If you borrow money from them, let's say 7 days now, you have to pay back, you borrow 10,000 naira, you have to pay back 14,000 in 7 days. You pay the money back and another one. So eventually you borrow 50,000 naira from them to pay back 75,000 in 7 days. The moment you are unable to pay that money, that interest is outrightly illegal in the first place. Outrightly illegal in the first place. The moment you are unable to pay that money, within 7 days, they will balloon the money to about 100,000 or 95,000 within 7 days. So within 40, within they are colonial masters. So within 2 weeks, you are paying. You borrow 50,000 naira, you are paying 95,000 naira, and your sense did not tell you that this is robbery. It's like they are robbing you. It's not. Is it a crime to borrow? No. Now the reason why people are in a serious mess. Now, if you're unable to pay, they will now start tormenting you with calls, sending all manners of messages to your contact. Not even your contact. They will first start with you, giving you daily calls, as in cursing you every day to traumatize you. And at the end of the day, once they know that you cannot pay, they will now order another set of another loan apps of theirs to come and advertise another loan app, because you are in a disarray. You are not in the right state of mind. You just want to be free from them. Another person is offering you loan. You say, okay, you know what? Let me just borrow this one, and the same company. Let me just borrow this one and pay the other one. And eventually, when you borrow from two, you will need four loan apps to pay two. When you borrow from four, you will need about 8 loan apps to pay four. Within the space of 2 months, you could be owing you could be indebted to about 10 loan apps within the space of 2 months, especially all those 7 days. So those guys are designed to kill people. They are designed to ruin people's life. So it's not about money, it's not about giving loan. And that kind of loan is not acceptable in Nigeria. All over the world, it's not acceptable. Even if you download the app on Play Store, go and check it. Go and check their narration description. Before you can even publish any loan on Play Store, it has to be, according to Play Store policy, it has to be minimum of 3 months with tenure. And these guys are charging as in they are doing 7 days. So they're in a clear violation. They would tell them on Play Store, they will say their annual percentage rate is 40% per year. And that's the amount they will charge you on a loan in 7 days. So then a clear violation. So Mumu will say, did you not see it before you sign it and sign the agreement, before you accept the offer? Did you not see the agreement before you accept the offer or something like that? Too many Mumu in Nigeria that I signed an agreement does not validate that agreement is valid. That is what people don't know. Any agreement that is against CBN policy is just like suya paper. In fact, suya paper is even worse than that agreement. It's as useless as suya paper. That's just it. That people need to understand these basic things. Any agreement that you sign with loan apps and is in a clear violation of CBN policy, FCCPC policy, Nigeria data protection policy, any agreement it's just a piece of paper. In fact, it's even worse than piece of paper. Now, suya paper, just go and print it out and go and give it to Mesuya or Meshai to use it and pack. It's useless. Now, the first question I will ask you is, who violated the policy? Is it the borrower or the lender? Who violated the policy? Under CBN law, you have every right to say, oh, you don't have money. Okay, you can pay on installments. Number two, you can pay gradually until you finish paying. Number three, you can restructure your loan. And these lunatic people will not allow you to do all those things, all those things that I mentioned. They want you to get the money back now. If you like, go and buy yourself. Just get our money. That is error. That is not the kind of Nigeria we want to pass to the next generation. What kind of wickedness is that? That is not the Nigerian we want to pass to the next generation. So if anybody is giving you this kind of nonsense that, hey, and did you not, some people, anyway, I'll talk about that one later. People that you should pay. Pay what? Pay what? Turning 100,000 to 250,000 in 2 weeks, and you want people to pay that kind of money. And some will be saying, why can't you pay the amount you borrow? Pay what? Because any amount you borrow first will go to overdue interest. So it will be as if you have never paid anything. That's they will eventually they will even import you to credit bureau, especially the CBN license. After you have paid. Some people now go and check it. Fair money is money, OPay and the rest, PalmPay. Some people will be paying gradually, not checking it. By the time you check, if you are paying gradually, by the time you check, let's say you borrow 500,000 naira and you are paying gradually as the money is coming to you. By the time you check, you realize that you have not paid anything. And your interest, your loan will be in 1.7, maybe up to 1.7 million naira. And yet, you have paid more than 1.2 million. And yet, they are still telling you that you are still holding them 1.7 million. To tell you that these people are lunatic and crazy. If we are not going to fight back now, they're going to extort Nigerians. They're going to make life extremely miserable for everyone. So I encourage you, stop this madness. Know your rights. Go to CBN policy, know your right as a borrower, and move on. Thank you. The next question is, but they have been sending messages to my contact list of borrowers, which I'm aware of. In that case, how did they get those contacts? If they have been sending messages to your contact list, how did they get the contacts? There are three major ways that they can have access to your contacts. They can only have access to your contact through permissions. There are three major permissions that they can use. Number one is SMS permission. Number two is contact permission. Number three is call log permission. Now, the contact permission is the baba of all. Contact permission will give access to all your contacts. SMS permission will only give access to your SMS, people that sent SMS to you and you receive, like your GT Bank and the rest. Your call log will only give access to the list of calls. I mean, people that call the number that you received that called you and the number that you called out. Those are numbers that they can easily crop. That's all. Then the last one is your emergency, which you accurately supply while installing the app. Now, the good news is this: many people are just exaggerating their problem. They don't have access to your contacts. They don't have access to it. Only a few of them. They don't have access. I'm talking from as an experienced developer, software developer. 13 years is no joke. They don't have access at all. The only way they have access to your contact is, number one, there are 3 or 4 ways that they can have access to your contact. Number one is, if you have been using the app for a very long time, let's say prior to this time, 2024, early 2024, they have access. Why? Because Google rolled out that policy around 2023 or thereabout, that no loan app must ask for contact permission. And late 2020, mid 2025, they roll out that no loan app must ask for call log. If you are asking for contact permission and call log permission, you will not be able to publish on Play Store. You will not be able to publish on Play Store. So they don't have access at all. That's the truth. But Mumu people will not know. They will just be keeping them paying stupid money to people that will tell them they will help them clear their contact from their from database. They don't have access. So SMS, just a few. Now that's number one. Number two is some people they have 10, 15 loan apps and they've downloaded one or two from True Link. They've downloaded one or two True Link. Now, all these loan apps, they have access, they have apps that you can download through link. All of them, most of them, all the normal loan apps, they have it to make money. So, like an average loan app, they have minimum of like sick loan. Now, sick loan has about 7 loan apps, but it's only sick loan that is popular. Palm Credit, they have about 6 loan apps. Soko Loan, they have about 9 loan apps, but with different name. Um, Air Credit, they have about 7 loan apps with different name. So if you download any one of them outside the Play Store, you are doomed already because they still have access to the same database. So even though this one will not defame directly, but the others will defame you. So if you have been downloading apps through link, you don't have life at all. And there is no hope for you at all, except just go and download and send disclaimer to all your contacts and move on with your life. Send disclaimer to all your contacts and never pay them a dime again. So they don't have access. You are the one creating that imaginary. How many of your contacts have called you that say, hey, they have they send message to all your contacts. Some people will even exaggerate that they send messages to all their contacts, all my contacts. Ask them this simple question: how did you know that they send message to all your contacts? How many of your contacts received the email? Say, about 4 or 5. Even about 4 or 5, they're still exaggerating. That's it. So to fact check what I've just said now, if you have not been using loan app for a very long time, since 2024 or thereabout, maybe you started around mid 2025, they don't have access. Except if you have used the app sometimes ago and you downloaded it through link. So you don't have access. So stop giving yourself unnecessary headache. But that does not mean that if they don't have access, of course, they will torment you, they will torment your guarantor, they will torment some other people like that. That alone, never pay a dime again. Whosoever that is sending messages to your contact, calling you names, all those things, defamation, cyber stalking, sextortion, all those things, kobo, don't pay again. The next question is, I borrow 17,700. I supposed to pay 27,000. That's about 10,000 extra. So 10,000 extra, that's more or less like 40%, if I'm not mistaken. So 10,000, yeah, that's about 40% on this loan. Because 10% is 7, okay, 10% is 17, 20% is 27, 20% is 3, that's about 40% on this loan. Back, I was unable to pay them. It's now about 100K now. Can you imagine? From 27,000 to 100K. How will I handle this situation? There is no situation. You don't have any situation. It's only because you are mumu, you are ignorant, and you don't know your rights. You should never pay a dime again. There is no situation to handle here. Kobo, don't pay again. It's as simple as that. Kobo. Too many mumu, as in the headquarter of mumu nation na Nigeria dey. That's why some people will be paying this kind of nonsense money after all that we have exposed you to. Some will say, you know what, let me just pay to avoid peace. That's why you are still in your poverty stage. That's just it. You think riches will fly and jump at you? Everybody they hustle for riches, and instead of you to hustle for your own riches, you are dashing your hard-earned riches, you are giving it to loan out. In 10 years time, 15 years time, where you're supposed to attain height, a certain height that will make you to be prosperous and give generational wealth to your children, loan out has collected everything from you. Now you will now be blaming God. Many mumu, I saw one mumu guy blaming God for because God did not answer him because he was owing loan out, and he prayed to God, and God even answered him and directed him to our page, but yet he was saying nonsense. Cobble, don't pay again. Know your rights. This is a clear violation. This is not fair lending. This is extortion. So you need to know the difference between fair lending, extortion. I mean, know the difference between lending and extortion. This is extortion. This is not fair lending. Anything that is above the threshold of CBN is extortion. CBN policy states that you should have 2.5% on the loan, as in that's their benchmark. Let's say you are even as in the loan app is a crazy loan app. 5% is enough. Let's say okay, because of the risk involved, 7% is enough. 7% is enough. At least you have mastered your risk. But this criminal, these lunatic people will be charging as much as 25%, 30%, 40% on a loan. All this way. And Mumu Nigerians are paying back. That's the annoying part. The next question is, can they auto debit even without my card information? The SIM card I used for the bank is blocked. Is the card that I intend using for now. If you are holding CBN licensed loan apps, they can auto debit you with or without your card. I've said that before. They will auto debit you. Very, as in sharp sharp. You could just dey see that they will call it GSI. No be GSI na consent. But they can only auto debit the account you register with them, not all your account. So it's like your bank account is now your collateral. That's how it works. So just move on. But if it's just all the 7 days, 14 days, just block. Once you block your card, everything stops. No more wahala. So please, I want everybody to understand this basic principle. We have tried our best to give everyone heads up on how to be free from these criminals. So it's a choice if you don't want to be free. It's a choice if you really want to be free. So take a break. The only way out of this madness is to take a break. Oh. If you're not ready to take a break from these loan apps, if you're not ready to stop borrowing and stop paying, you will spend, as in, you will spend years in their coven. It takes time to recover, you know. It takes time, serious time to recover. And I encourage you, stay far, far away from these mad people. They don't have any, they are here to ruin people's life. They are here to dig your financial grave. Stop borrowing from them, thinking that you are solving problem. Some people will even tell you, the beauty of money is when you are able to get it in times of need. You will you will soon end up in hell by that kind of statement, because that is how devil will lure you to occultism, by providing your immediate need for you. Immediate need most times is an indication that, oh, you don't have discipline to solve your immediate need. Sometimes you just let it be. You just solve it gradually till you finish solving it. Not quick. Most of the issues that we are facing for us to go and get a loan from loan apps We can actually avoid it. Some will even borrow money from loan apps to go and play lotto and betting to tell you how weak, how degenerated their mind is. The next question is: I received a message from Nigerian financial institution. What can you do? What is Nigeria? What is the meaning of Nigerian financial institution? Is there any agency in Nigeria that is called Nigerian financial institution? So you don't have to worry yourself about all this nonsense. Any message you receive from any agency in Nigeria, except FCCPC, any message you receive from any agency in Nigeria regarding loan, you should know that this is fraud, fake. Now, all na fake. Go and check the emails, the sender, email sender, the sender. You realize that it's just Gmail that sent it. So, but they coin it. What is Nigerian? What is Nigeria? Which agency they call Nigerian Financial Institute? What's their business with you collecting loan? Some will say, I received a message from FCCPC, waiting EFCC that I'm wanted. How is loan related to financial crime? So there is nothing like any message you receive from loan apps that and it's coming from agency. Just forget about it. Some will even say, credit bureau contacted me. Who are you that credit bureau will contact that you are owing? What's credit bureau business? Credit bureau is just to log data, nothing else. So don't disturb yourself at all in any form. So the next question says, I don't understand anything. I just want to be free from loan apps. Please, they wanted to kill me. Please, how can I remove my BVM picture and number from them, please? You see, your problem is not even loan app. Your problem is your mumu is at its peak. That's just it. Your mumu, as in, I don't know, is that it's actually a message of a fool. That's just it. Your mumu is at its peak. You don't want to understand anything. Your major goal in life. That's how. By the time you fall victim now, by the time loan scammers, they use your money, they use your account to borrow money. They ruin everything. They scam you from they scam you. They use your account to borrow from different loan apps. That's when your head will be correct. You don't understand anything, and you don't have this mind to understand. You just want to be. Your major goal is, let me be free, let me be free, let me be free. You don't do that here. Know your rights. Your freedom is extremely easy, just for you to know your rights. And that knowing your rights will even build your morale. You'll be able to face other challenges in the nearest future. But you are looking for quick solution, as in quickest solution. Who told you that you can remove your BVN from the database? Who told you? Just giving yourself unnecessary mumu headache. Whereas your solution is just to stop borrowing and stop paying. Because you are protecting stupid thing that, I don't want your contact to know about it. Who told you? 70% of your contacts are actually owing. So why are you deceiving yourself? Why do you want to die in silence? Why do you want to buy yourself because of loan apps? That's how many of these people, of this someone similar, many people in this category now, they will sell their property, sell their land, sell their house, their cars, sell everything to pay back loan apps. All in the name of, let me just be free. As the more you sell, you just realize that the more you sell those things, the more you keep the more your loan will keep growing, because we've not mastered your mind. That's exactly what we're doing here. We are trying to retrain your mind. That's your ignorant, myopic, uneducated mind. We're trying to retrain it. That's why millions of Nigerians are like this. They are looking for as in, they have very short memory. That's why all these politicians are able to capture us. You'll be shocked that by the next general election now, just give them 5,000 naira, they will forget all their troubles, and that immediate need, their mind will be suspended. They are interested in immediate need, not thinking about the future, not thinking about what will happen in the nearest future, but because of the immediate need. So you are not interested in to understand how to be free from you just want to be free. And you see, Mumu people will tell you now, oh yeah, bring 20,000 naira, bring 50,000 naira, you pay the money. For your information, nobody can remove your BVN from their loan apps. Whatever, your BVN stays with them forever. All your information stays with them forever. If anybody is telling you that they can remove your BVN from there, just know that you and that person, your Mumu na Pro Max. So stay away from those nonsense and move on with your life. Stop borrowing from them and stop paying outrightly. You will eventually stop paying, but don't let them destroy everything you have ever worked for before sense will return to you. The next question is, I'm really, really scared about the daily overdue interest. The way it keeps accumulating, what can I do? Minor or major or minor? Now, will your worry stop the overdue interest? Will that your worry or your fear rather, will your fear stop the overdue interest? Will your worry stop the overdue interest? Measuring on, you see, I don't understand many Nigerians, especially Africans. They worry about nonsense. They worry about on ignorant thing. Instead of you to focus on your right as a borrower, you are worrying about the accumulated overdue interest. You should know that 95% of loan apps are criminals. They're just trying to use this overdue interest to scare you so that you pay. It's as simple as that. By the time after some time now, after like a month, they'll tell you, oh yeah, we'll waive all the overdue interest, pay the interest, just pay the actual amount you borrow, and we'll let you go. And Mumu people will be thanking them, thank you. Mumu people will be thanking them, thank you, they said that I should pay the overdue, they waive the overdue interest. Not knowing that you are the headquarter of Mumu people. You should be secretary general of Mumu people. At least they should give you rank in Mumu. Someone is extorting you. Someone is extorting you. Someone is giving you is extorting your is trying to make you give you water, trying to make sure that they ruin everything you have ever worked for. They are extorting you, and you are still thanking them for removing overdue interest. So you need to tell them that before what you have done, I'm not going to pay one kobo again. CBN policy, FCCPC, Google policy, everything is outrightly against them. Yet, people are not aware of this thing. Paying stupid money. Okay. The next question is, I think Nigeria must wake up and fight all these chinko criminals. With the help of our government, they have been making Nigerians for the past 7 years. What do you think? Yes, I agree with you 100%. If you're not ready to wake up and fight, you will spend eternity in their dungeon. They are making billions on every month, collectively, billions every month, from Mumu set of people. Billions every month. Now, you cannot outrightly blame government. Government has done their part. They gave us CBN policy. They gave us They gave us FCCPC policy. They gave us an NDDIC policy, NDDIC, that guide and policy, guideline that nobody can tamper with with your data anyhow. FCCPC regulates the amount they can charge you and all those things. The same thing for no, FCC did not regulate that. Sorry, that they can't have us, they can't do anyhow, they can't harass you, they can't do all those things. CBN gave fair lending practices policies. So what else do we want Nigerian as a government to do? You are not using the government policy. Everything is in your favor. Yet you are not using it. So what else? We are not looking for a savior to go and be fighting loan apps. There are many. We have about 1,500 of them in Nigeria. Very many. One person cannot fight it. The only thing we can do is to empower you so that you know your right. That's the only thing. There are very many. And they'll keep, at least before the end of this year now, at least we have nothing less than 2,000 loan apps in Nigeria. So if you think that it's going to be business as usual, if you're not ready to know your rights, don't worry. By the time they win everything you have ever worked for in your life, that sense that you don't want to get, you will get it by force. Because some people are so gullible, so naive, so ignorant, and yet we'll be telling them, don't pay, don't pay, don't pay. Yet that is when they will start paying loan apps. Because they don't know their right. They're not willing to know. The reason why we are very hard on people these days is because we realize that too many mumu are paying them. Too many. These guys are just flourishing day and night. And people are just saying, one person came to us sometimes, they can say, the country economy is hard. And so the economy, are you the only one suffering the economy? Are you the only one in this Nigeria that the economy is hard on? So because of hard economy, must you sell your birthright because of hard economy? If you are a Christian, you blame Esau for selling his birthright because of morsel of bread, God will even judge you. That's just it. God will even judge you. So the government, they've done their part by ensuring that there are policies in place. If they're not going to follow the policy, then you too should be able to know to uphold the policy and fight for your rights. The next question is it true that if I borrow money and I don't pay back, I will not be employed into any firm or organization? Is it not that I want to screen you or what? I don't know. Probably it's not that I want to screen you. There is no such thing. There is no such thing. You should ask yourself, how many organization or company do ask for credit reports? Even in banks, there are only a certain department that they will ask for your BVN just to know your risk level. It has nothing to do with your employment. Borrowing is never a criminal offense. So why are you disturbing yourself for crying out loud? Borrowing has never been a criminal offense, and it will never be a criminal offense. Why are you disturbing yourself? So why will a company say they cannot give you money, they cannot employ you because you are owing loan apps? Does that make sense? Now, how many companies have you gone to that they will ask you, go and bring your credit report? What's their business with your credit report? The only organization that can ask for your credit report is just banks. And that does not mean they are not going to give you the job. That's them, they're not going to give you the job. So why are you disturbing yourself about credit report or whatever? Is your one is just to go there and do your job and move on with your life. I worked in an organization in fintech, and I got the job even when my fair money reported me and a number of loan apps reported me. Of course, that does not mean something may not change in the nearest future, but as we speak, none. There's no such thing. Okay, the next question is there a way I can change repayment plan to monthly if I have like a, as in, if I have a legal backing? You want to change from 7 days to, you see, you want to negotiate with criminals. What do you want to get with bandits? Just there is no other way than to stop. Just stop paying these criminals. Nothing. Forget about all this back and forth. This information, this what we are giving you is extremely easy. Stop paying criminals. Stop paying all these loan apps, except those that are following CBN law. So just know the loan apps to pay. Number one, those that are following CBN policies that are not charging exorbitant rate, maybe 5, 7, 10%. Anybody that's charging 5%, you know you should pay them. Number two, even if they are charging high interest, then there should not be any overdue interest on that loan. If they must add overdue interest, let them follow CBN policy overdue interest. At the end of 1 month, they can only add 1% to 5% on the loan so that it will be easy for you to pay. Not that they will turn 100,000 to 500,000 naira and they are expecting you to pay. And you are still you are scared, thinking that how will I pay this money? I'm in serious problem. I'm in this. What's wrong with you, bro? Number three, if they're not ready to allow you to reschedule the loan, and if they want to reschedule the loan, they can only add 1% to that loan. Let's say, for instance, you are owing them 200,000 naira. By the time they reschedule the loan for you, you should it shouldn't be more than 220,000 in total that you will pay over a period of probably 6 months for the schedule. Not that it's going to be a new loan. If it's a new loan, reject it outrightly that you're not going to pay the money. Outrightly that you're not going to pay the money. So you have the legal right to reject it. It is called, if you check CBN policy, they will call it negotiable. You can negotiate it. And if they say they are not going to accept, then so be it. Let us accept it in court. Court with. I don't know why Nigerians are not willing, they are not ready to go to court. I don't say. May God help us in Nigeria. So the next question is, if you stop paying, won't they get at you? Get at you for what? What's the meaning? All these nasty questions. So won't they get at you? What would they be getting at? I don't understand. That you are holding or what? That is why you should know your right as a borrower. Stop looking for on an irrelevant platform. Know your right. Just know your right. Know what the law says. Know what the law says. Know the policy guiding FCC, CBN, microfinance banks in Nigeria. The moment you are able to know what the law says, bro, forget about the rest. Forget about the rest. Everything will just normalize. Forget about the rest. So there's nothing they will get at in any form. The next question is, Naira Corp is now back on Play Store. What do you think? Did they file for appeal? So what they do is, see, personally from our group, we have removed over 300 loan apps from Play Store over the past 4 years. But they will eventually find their way in. So what they do is, they can tweak the name, register a new name, and come back. But what you should be rest assured is that once they are removed and they come back You should be rest assured that they can no longer have access to call log and contacts. But whether you remove them, they will still come back. So the best thing is you know your rights. They will come back and they will change their name. That why are they coming back? That is because Nigeria, too many mumu in Nigeria that are paying these criminals. That's all. As simple as that. As in Nigeria is the headquarter of mumu people. That's it. So they will keep coming and they will keep mutating. They will keep coming up with new names, new set of people. So there's nothing we can do as far as that one is concerned. The only thing we can do as loan app is concerned is let us educate them so that they will know their rights from wrong. And they will be able to fight any loan apps coming their way. As simple as that. So I think we need to spend more time time on advertisements so that we can reach as many people as we can. So that's just the only solution. And of course, we need to intensify our efforts and see how federal government can pass a law that will checkmate all these criminals. Of course, they have been trying their best over the past 5 years, but it may not be enough. Okay, so the next question says, I got this message. Please, your attention is needed at Nigerian police station at Igbogbo Road, Ikorodu by tomorrow. For what? Did the police, if the attention, did the police himself send a mail to you to get one, or Lona forwarded the mail to you that police is they want you, and they needed the attention in the police station? If they will need the attention in police station, they will call you by themselves, or they will send a mail to you with their letter stamped. All those things must be there. So stop giving yourself unnecessary headache that police or they have reported me to police. Which loan app? You think anybody can just report to police that they are home? So why are you disturbing yourself with all those nonsense? Tell them that if you tell the person that if you are not going to be there, you are a bastard. Just make sure that the person is there. So stop giving yourself unnecessary headache. Stop giving yourself unnecessary headache. There's nothing like loan app will arrest you. There's nothing like that. They're not bound up to you. So you should know your rights. From FGN and they empty his account. What do you think? My brother, don't see. A lot of people will come up with all manners of nonsense messages that they empty their account because you just listen to, as in you open an SMS, and the moment they open an SMS, they empty his account. Some of them, ask them, apart from emotional damage, spiritual damage, physical damage that pornography will do to you. This, you are exposed, you don't have life. Now you are exposing your information, your data, everything. You think that those mad people that created such website, you think they're just doing it for fun alone? So I just pray that Nigerians will wake up from their slumber and face their life. God will help us. Thank you. You see, all these CBN licensed microfinance loan apps can never make it. I'm not even referring to all those loan sharks. That one is not my business. Now, let's quickly check the interest rate as approved by loan CBN. So let's start from microfinance banks. Oh, this is for current if you want to save with them. But my own is interest rates. Now, interest rate on loan, authorized overdraft and other advances, negotiable. Now, if you check the previous 2016 version, it was maximum of 3%. But World Bank compels CBN to make it negotiable so that investors can come in. So they cap it to, okay, they didn't cap it specifically, they made it maybe maximum of 7%. At the end of the day, it can't go beyond 7% or 8%. Now, you know the shocking part? All this micro lensing, if your higher purchase is negotiable, you negotiate it. And all this negotiable thing is basically maximum of 1%, 1.5%. Now, look at this now. Penal rate for late repayment on loan. Maximum of 1% flat per month. 1%. And those all these crazy loan apps like Fair Money, Palm Credit, and the rest, they charge 1.5 per day. That is why they can never sue you to court. If you raise alarm, they will run away because they know that they're going to lose their license. Now, all this management fee, maximum of 1%, facility, maximum of 1%, restructuring, maximum of 0.5%. By the time you do the calculation, you realize that the highest they can never charge is 10%. That's the highest. At worst, 11%. At worst, maximum that they can charge. Don't be deceived with this pay negotiable. It's not, there is a cap for it. Maybe later I'll show that. There's a cap. Maximum per month is, highest so far is 10%, 11% per month. That's the maximum. And all these crazy loan apps are charging as much as 200% per year. So know your right. Know your right. Thanks. Hello again. So today we will talk about the practical steps to be free from loan apps. Uh, there are many questions that people really want to ask, and we find it difficult to, answer them and through via WhatsApp or anything. So, but I think it is very important you go through this thing. If there is any question that you want to ask, and you can drop your question in the comment section, and then we will attend to it. But we have about 15 or 20, about 30 something questions here that we will definitely sort out today. The first question, so let me go to this. Today is going to be more of practical steps to be free from loan apps. Practical, I'm going to give you step by step the practical steps to be free. We'll undo as many as possible scenario today. And I encourage you, please and please and please, you have to stay tuned and make sure you get to you join this meeting on time. If possible, you want to record whatever you want to do, or you can also drop your question, which is very important. So the first question with me here is, please, someone used my phone to obtain a loan without my consent. What steps should I take, and what is the best approach to resolve this issue? To be honest with you, although there might be one or two things around this thing that some people will say, okay, they were the one that actually apply for the loan, but they just want to cook up story. So let's assume someone used your phone to uh, to obtain a loan. Maybe probably most likely your OPay or any. Let's just take any app. The truth is this: for someone to use your phone to obtain a loan, that means that person will definitely know your BVN, your phone number, and your bank account. So although they can actually use your BVN, and there are a lot of loan apps out there that they are not verified, and the moment they get your phone, they download the app and they use your BVN to borrow money, and they transfer it to their own account. So I think one of the very first thing you need to do is to catch the person. Make sure you follow through and know the person. That's the first approach. So if anybody use your phone to borrow, the best thing you can do is make sure that that person pays the money. I think that's the best thing. But you don't have to worry yourself about all those things. If they call you, they will start threatening you. They will start doing all sort of nonsense. You need to be very, very vocal and bully them. I don't want to use the word bully now. You need to be very, very vocal and make sure whatever they are saying, tell them you must be crazy. You must. I mean, you are you okay? Now, did you send in the account the money to my account? Which account did you send the money to? So you need to know your right as a borrower, because if you don't know your right as a borrower, these smart people, they are lunatic. They will keep mounting pressure on you, and make sure you don't bow to their pressure. And that's the most important thing. And the truth is, you really have to take care of your BVN. These days, a lot of people, they save their BVN on their phone so that they will not forget. That's nonsense. The moment you save your BVN on your phone, if I type your BVN, even with your phone now, I can easily get your BVN if I know your date of birth. So please, it is very, very important you protect yourself. Stop saving your BVN directly on your phone. It's not the right thing to do at all. That's not the right thing to do. Say if you must save it on your phone, make sure you change the name. You can call it Bible Verse Network, something like that. So that nobody will be able to know the meaning. Because as it stands now, many people are looking, if you know the number of people that are coming to my DM asking for, please, can I get BVN so that I can use it to borrow? Something of that nature. It's so nasty. And I encourage everyone, please and please, protect your BVNs. All these things, your BVN, your date of birth, your phone number, and your NIN. Loan app, as hackers are dying to get all this information. And we guys are giving it out on a platter of gold, which is not the right thing to do. So that is just it. Don't pay the money. Make sure you get to the to go know the person that actually use your details to borrow. Then make sure you force the person to pay the money and don't pay the money yourself. Okay, so the next question is, what are the stages I will go through with the loan apps that defame? I think this question is a bit vague because they operate differently. Although there are basic steps that you can go through, that it's most loan app they use that system. But to be honest with you, who told you that these loan apps, most of them they no longer defame? They can only contact your emergency number, and make it possible. Except if you download the app on outside Play Store through link. Maybe someone chatted you and say, okay, do you need a loan? And you say, I need a loan. Yeah, send the loan to this account and all that. That's not the right thing to do. So please, what you need to do is make sure you never ever download any app outside Play Store. Never in your life download any. In fact, what we stand for here is stop borrowing from loan app and stop paying. You will eventually ruin yourself financially. You are digging your financial grave by borrowing from loan apps. So stay away from loan apps completely. You can't prosper borrowing from these mad people. They are designed to steal, to kill, and to destroy you completely. That's their major goal, to steal, to kill, and to destroy you. So if you keep giving yourself unnecessary headache by thinking, oh, let me borrow and fix one or two things, you are just deceiving yourself. So stages to the moment they defame you, you don't have any stages again. There are no more stages. The moment they send defamatory messages to your account, to you, they send a message to your loved ones. You are HIV, you are this, you are kidnapper, you are anything that they send to you. As long as it is in the line, as long as there is, you can say that this is defamation. So defamation is very, very simple. Let me get the full definition of defamation for you. So, defamation means saying or writing something false about a person that damages their reputation. That is defamation. So, whatever if they send something to you that to the general public, this person is a thief, he did something, he slept with anything that is not that that they said or written about you, and that thing is not true. That is what we call defamation. The moment any loan apps defames you like this, no more stages. That money is gone. 7 million naira is actually waiting for you. So the moment they defame you like this, bam, bye bye to their money. So there is no they defame you. Just know that the moment they defame you, kobo, you are not paying again. If they need their money, tell them to meet you in court. This is practical enough. So asking if number of stages, let them continue. Just as long as they keep sending message to you, I say, keep telling them that we are piling it up. Every time they send it to you or to your loved ones, snap it and send it back to them that I have a copy of this. Kobo, you are not going to get from me. One kobo, you're not going to get from me. So that is how to be free from these mad people. As long as you are thinking of stages, you're just giving yourself unnecessary headache. No stages, or the moment they defame you, no stages. Now, suppose they did not defame. There are many loan apps that these days they will not defame you. Example: Branch, Carbon, Umber, ILA, not IDA, ILA credits, ILA, not ILA credits. Many of them, they will not defame you. Fair money cannot defame you outrightly, actually, but they can keep sending messages to you. If you don't have, you don't have. You cannot kill yourself because you are owing. So we'll talk about that one later. But anybody that defames you, that is the end of their money. That's the end. Cowboy never pay a dime again. And they are even handing over due interest. That one is even another illegal thing. So you need to understand this logic. Very, very important. You need to understand the logic. Never pay that kind of money again. Now the stages you will now go through. Now that you know that you are not paying back because of that defamation. The moment they send the first defamation, that's most times they will only send defamatory messages like 2 times maximum. That's the maximum. The next thing is just they will keep calling, keep begging you. So they will first come like hot, give you hot cake. If you mess up, if you say, no, if you pay the money, they will leave you. If you insist that you are not going to pay the money again, another agent will come and start begging you, please now, please now. Even if it is 5,000, even if it is 10,000, just pay the money and let us call it a day. We will clear the loan for you. Just pay the amount you borrow. I beg, kobo don't pay. As long as they have defamed you, kobo. If you pay that money, your mumuna pro max. Because you are the one causing problem for us in Nigeria, in Africa. Because this thing now is not a global African thing. This guy came to Africa to devour the Africans. So, kobo don't pay. Another person will come and say, please now, okay, just don't worry. If you pay this amount of money, I will clear the loan for you. I beg, forget about that. Just tell them you are not paying. Don't say I don't have money. Tell them you are not paying. Don't say I don't have money. You are not paying. That's how to deal with these people. You are not paying. Because you have done this, because you have defamed me, you are not paying. Some of them will say, okay, don't worry, I will send a reversal message or something. Like they will send a message to you, your contact that maybe should we call it appeal message? Tell them the deed has been done. You are not interested in any of their appeal message. So you guys need to wake up from this slumber and face these people. Okay. So that is just it about stages that you go through. After the third stage, after they've started begging you, they will leave you alone. They will just ease and curse you and they leave you alone. Maybe after 90 days, they will now call us and they may send a message to you that, oh, we have an 80% offer. Pay now and we will help you clear loan. Forget about them. All those things are now trash. The moment they defame you, boy, nothing, no more payment, please. Okay. So the next question is, can a loan app get my contact details from another loan apps under them that I have used before? See, that is why we are telling you guys that you should stop borrowing from loan apps and you should stop paying loan apps. We cannot but overemphasize this. Stop borrowing from loan apps and stop paying loan apps. Why? Because all your information, they will sell your information to the next loan app that they're about to create, especially all these Chinese loan apps. In fact, most of these Chinese loan apps are owned by maximum of 10 or 15 people. So if you think you will borrow from this loan app, this loan app, this loan app, you are actually borrowing from the same loan apps. Like Soko Loan and the rest now, they have about 12 loan apps. Palm Credit, about 7 loan apps, different name. Many of them, they've changed name. So you can, in fact, one needs to be careful. So the best thing you can do for your life. Some people will be arguing with me that, oh, how are they able to get my contact? Some of them you downloaded the app about 14 years ago, 15, about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And maybe you paused due to one or two things. And you now created you now saw another loan app. You downloaded the app, not knowing that that app belongs to them. So please, it is very, very important we go through these steps. Very, very important we go through these steps. Always be ready and be fully ready to stop borrowing from loan apps. You need to stop borrowing because everything about your life, your details will be shared across their platform. They have the data these guys are holding. In fact, federal government, they don't have that kind of data. That is why we guys need to we stop borrowing from them because information is very vital these days, and we are turning towards the age of AI. In fact, we are now in the age of AI. Now, many things can be carried out within a single second, in microseconds. So please, it is very, very important we go through this thing like the back of our hand. So the bottom line, the answer is that yes, they can get your contacts because many of these loan apps are connected. You'll be shocked that some of them you didn't borrow from them, and eventually they will just come, hey, oh yeah, give me yeah, we have a loan offer for you. All those nasty things that these guys are doing. Okay. Now the next question is, I have blocked my ATM card. So why is it that they can still auto debit my account? I think we have overemphasized this. We have said it over and over again. The truth is this. Many of them, there are 2 ways or 3 ways that they can have access to your bank, your account. And there are different level of access. So if you are holding CBN license loan apps, CBN license, examples of CBN license are the Palm Credit, Easy Buy, Fair Money, Carbon, Branch. Those ones are CBN license. They have higher privilege to auto debit. The moment while filling the form, if you sign auto debit consent, which is usually among the consent that we normally sign when we borrow from them. If you sign it, if once you register, you have already signed it anyway. That they take money from your account and they have access to take money from your account with or without your card, without your ATM card. But the good news is that because they are microfinance, they are not full-fledged bank. So the good news is that they can, as we speak, they can only take money from the account you attach to them, the account you use to receive the money. They can take their money from their accounts. Whether you have your bank, whether you have your ATM blocked or you don't have your ATM blocked, they will remove the money. So another set, the low all those FCCPC license, those ones, they don't have access to the moment you block the card. Those ones they will normally use pay stack. They don't have access. They cannot auto debit your account. The only thing they can do the moment you block your card, shikena, everything will just vanish. That's the end. They will not be able to auto debit your account. But if it is bank, if you are holding bank, any commercial bank that you have money that is connected to your BVN, they can strike it. That's different. I'm giving you three different scenarios now, and the solution to this is very simple and straightforward. The solution to this is simply move your money to another account. If it's a CBN license loan app, move your money to another account, or you create another account if you don't have one. Or the best thing you can do, just move your money to OPay or Kuda or Money Points, and everything will be sorted out. In fact, that's the highest recommendation that I can give anybody. That's the highest recommendation I can give anybody. So, we need to be guarded. Okay, so the next question is, how do I get rid of loan apps messages? Well, how do I get rid of loan apps messages? Why do you want to get rid of their messages in the first place? Why? For what reason? Let's. So, see, you need to understand. We are not teaching people here to be scared of loan apps. We want you guys to know your right as a borrower. We want you guys to be able to fight and defend yourself. We want you guys to be able to know that, oh, these guys are cheating you. We want you guys to be able to know that they can't do anything because they are in a clear violation, in a clear and distinct violation. In fact, very distinct. That is why they can't do anything. They cannot do anything. So why? You don't know that their messages are, more or less like an exhibit for you. If you don't have all those messages in place, you will just be deceiving yourself because what if you want to sue them to court, or maybe they've done something that is very very annoying, and maybe they send message to a friend or a brother or something, and that person decided to take it up, and they sued the company to court. Are you not going to provide evidence of what's as in the transaction or the conversation between you and those demons? You are going to do that. So I see no reason why you want to get rid of their messages. In as much that I understand that is a bit their messages are a little bit disturbing, but you can train your mind not to read those messages. You can actually train your mind not to read those messages. That's the truth. I approve on our Facebook group. I approve